I would slide it over just a little bit.
Which way?
To my right. Like the whole thing.
How's that?
Now, this way a little bit. Like, spin it.
Oh, yeah, you good. Check 1 2 1 2 and you don't stop.
Yes, sir. Check. Check. All right, I'm coming up on the mic.
Check 1 2 and you don't stop and you don't quit. You already know we already here with the ultimate jRag Montana Blak. Okay, let's get OBS up and running. And we already on go. Let's see. So we start with 2, 3. We're gonna come in on 1 then. What up, what up, what up? Your man Montana Blak here. Another episode of Who Got Lyrics, jRag in the building. Y'all already know what it is, man. The only 2 MCs in Philadelphia that signed themselves to their own labels. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know anybody else that did that. Well, I'm going to start off with that. But first and foremost, what's up, young boy? Jake Paul fight.
Did you watch it? You saw some of it?
I saw some of it. Dude.
So, did you, going into it, did you think he had a shot at all?
No.
No.
No, the reach, the height.
Yeah, me and my son would go back and forth about it because he's a Jake Paul's going to win.
No. First of all, I think all of his fights are staged.
Well, I don't think so. They can't be. I mean, because they're sanctioned fights, and now you're talking jail time because of the sports betting, and you see what happened with these basketball players now. I mean, that shit eventually catches up to you.
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. A lot of sports to me,
nothing's out of the question now.
Yeah,
like
I'm talking about football. I'm talking about basketball.
Look at the referees.
Yeah, a lot of it to me is a show. It's a show.
Well, it's definitely a show.
So Jake Paul. And what was this guy's name that he was fighting? Anthony Joshua.
Former 2-time heavyweight champ. Finally had size on him. I don't know if the face-off when he was looking down at him. I think it's the first time Jake ever saw anybody looking down at him.
Bro, it looked crazy.
It looked crazy, size-wise.
It looked
so it's a
crazy.
Heavyweight or a super heavyweight, basically fighting what naturally he's a cruiserweight.
Which one?
He's a cruiserweight, which is basically a light heavyweight. Yeah, so he's basically a light heavyweight.
You did.
He's a light heavyweight.
Okay.
So they do have like a 30, 40-pound difference, walking around. Anthony Joshua's probably about 240, 250. Jake Paul's right around 190 to 205, naturally.
Okay.
But it was a good fight.
Who did you have?
Joshua.
From the rip?
From the rip. He's one of the best fighters out right now.
I never heard of him prior to this fight.
No, I'd like to see him fight probably Tyson Fury next. Anthony Joshua, I mean.
Okay.
I'd like to see Jake Paul fight. I'd rather see him go to cruiserweight because I want to see him do well.
So you want to see him come down?
I want to see him come down, fight his natural weight. Because he's put a lot of people on, so I don't want to see him fail. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people want to see him get knocked out, but
listen. Me personally, is in any fight, right? I want the victor to come out victorious, right? So if that fight was staged, right, and Jake Paul could actually beat Anthony Joshua, right? I would rather Jake Paul win. Now, from what I'm seeing and gathering from social media, right, it looks like there's speculation of it being
staged.
Like it was supposed to. And Joshua went off script. Like Jake Paul
wasn't supposed to knock
win.
him out.
No,
He was supposed to go a certain amount of rounds.
And then when
I've
I look
seen
back
all
at that Mike Tyson fight, there's no way Mike should have lost that fight.
Okay.
Do you think so?
In his prime, hell no. But Mike was 60. I think Mike was holding back a little bit, and I think that Jake was holding it because I don't think either one of them really wanted to hurt each other. I think that fight was more to give credibility and
to who?
Put on a show and make some money to Jake.
Okay.
Now I know Mike took the L on his record.
Right.
I think at this stage of his life, he don't give a shit about that.
Well,
I think he just wanted the money.
Absolutely don't.
And wanted to help Jake out because they're friends.
In real life.
So I think that's what that was. Nostalgia purposes, I was like, Mike's gonna go in there, look good, and I wanted to see him knock him out. I'm not gonna lie.
No. See, a Mike Tyson knockout, comes very quickly.
First couple rounds. I think once it got first couple rounds, you could see Mike was gassed, and Jake was gassed. That's the problem Jake had with this current fight with Joshua, which I give him credit. He lasted 6 rounds with one of the best fighters. So you can't knock the fact that he can fight. I think he can box.
For sure.
A lot of people aren't giving
he's got the skill set, and I think when it comes to fighting, it's more than having talent. It's bigger than talent, right? Having that skill set, that means you have the discipline.
And you gotta have the balls to get in there. A 50-pound difference.
First and foremost, right? So I'm gonna tell you, like with me, weight never mattered. Because just because someone has the weight don't mean they know how to use it.
No, not at all. But when 2 people know how to use it, that's when the weight makes a difference.
That's when it makes a difference.
Yeah, because you could be 300-pound fuck
and still can't throw it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Talking about music and talking about sports sounds so gay. Like you gotta say shit.
Everything is a pausable moment.
Everything is a pausable moment.
If you had to say pause or hold it up after every sentence,
but it's majority in music in sports.
Yeah, because there's wild shit
that you have to. I remember being in the studio and I had a piece of equipment called the Big Knob. I hated referencing this piece of fucking equipment, bro. I hated it because everybody in the studio is immature.
Oh yeah,
there's a bunch of 5-year-olds in the studio.
But even if you try to avoid it, it makes it fucking worse. Because you're like, can you hit that thing over there?
Right.
You just hit that, touch that. I mean, it all sounds crazy. So you might as well just fucking say it.
You know what I'm saying?
You might as well just say it.
You got to know how to throw your weight.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy to say, but this was never our mindset before.
No, I just say it, man.
I don't give a shit either. Yeah, I really don't. I say whatever it is that I want to say. And you're going to take it however you're going to take it.
If it's a pause moment, then shit, I got one.
Yeah.
But what am I doing?
Bro, we got to talk about this Nicki Minaj situation.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What is your take on the Nicki Minaj and the with Kirk's wife?
Turning Point USA.
And the Turning Point USA.
So I have to tread lightly, probably.
Why?
Well, because somebody will turn what I say and make it sound like I'm a MAGA.
I mean, they listen.
But
can they?
Listen, there's things that I like about everybody and dislike about everybody. So,
all right. So the whole thing about the MAGA statement to me, right? The whole "Make America Great Again." If anybody,
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
What is that?
We can always make America better again.
Not again, because there was no
better
again.
Than what it is.
Make America better should have been a statement.
See, that could,
Not the again part is what where was it great?
When was it great to the point you want to go back to?
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Again.
But Nicki, wasn't she like an avid
So she's always been fuddy-duddy to me.
Proponent to Trump? Wasn't she against everything?
Not even Trump. She is everything that Kirk spoke against, as far as being role models to young black women or to anyone.
Yeah, because they went heavy on the Cardi B shit. With her doing what she did for Kamala. So isn't Nicki kind of in that same artist category?
So
roughly,
artists, right? Artists are supposed to see the fork in the road and drive through it. I don't think they should be on either side. Like, I don't. First of all, you have Republicans and you have Democrats, right? When we start talking about politics and music, you have to realize these are both wings on the same bird.
Yeah.
First of all, like whether it's Republican or Democrat, they're the right side and left side wings on the same bird. So what are we really talking about?
And the way they go at it is
crazy. Yeah, like they make it seem like they're against each other, but this is a show.
Oh, it's a show.
This is when it comes to politics. It's a
lot
show.
Of the times,
they're friends. They're
maybe
all
not
friends.
this particular time, because it seems like they're really.
Then the thing about Trump,
but he used to finance all of these people that are going against him now. So
Trump was never a racist until he ran for president.
No, I agree with that.
I mean, hip hop.
Everybody had
Trump
quotes or Trump
Everybody had Trump quotes, Trump bars, getting money like Trump. I met the Trump internationally. Asked me, what are we talking about? So now you run for president, right? And the Republicans and the Democrats turn on Trump.
Yeah, because he was going to make changes they didn't want him to make.
And he came out and stated
now he says,
that I know that the system is rigged. And how do I know? Because I use it.
Because I use it. I use it.
Right. So
and all of these people have asked me for money.
To the lobby. To be a lobbyist.
Yeah.
Trump stated that he uses the system. That's how he knows it's rigged. And he uses it on the side to win. So if that makes you...
And so does everybody else.
Everybody.
That has criticized him for it. They've all done it.
That's just like...
So
I can't criticize a rapper for having gun bars. Because I've done it.
Yeah, I've slipped them.
Right?
You've slipped them.
Right.
They probably all have
I can't criticize a rapper for being a drug dealer or talking about being a drug dealer. I've done it. Right. But what I can do is change my perspective to try to move the game forward. So a lot of people are screaming "fuck the streets."
Yeah,
Have you seen
21 Savage?
Well, 21 Savage is not even street to me.
No, but didn't he start that because his album?
His album's called "Fuck the Streets"?
I believe so. And I could be wrong, but I thought that's what started that.
I don't know if his album is called "Fuck the Streets." I know there's a whole "Fuck the Streets" movement that's going on. I know the guy D1, right? So my thing is, when you're trying to implement another plan, right? When you're trying to, like, you was a street rapper turned Christian rapper, the guy D1.
Okay, all right.
So now you want to impose your ideology or thought process on the world. You might as well go knocking door to door.
Yeah, it's like the...
So you can use hip hop to do it, right? Because hip hop is a teaching tool, in my opinion.
It's what it's been.
It's what it's like. You can learn to sell drugs with hip hop. You can learn how to survive in jail with hip hop. You can learn how to survive in the street with hip hop.
How to get money, how to spend money.
How to lose money, spend money. Yeah, you can learn all that from hip hop. But what if we taught about capital gains? What if we taught about sweat equity? What if we taught about the definition of the word perpetuity inside of the music? So that when you go out and you sign these contracts, right? When the young artists get these contracts, they know what they're signing and know what they're reading.
I think the only one that has touched that lane in hip hop is Jay-Z. I remember, and with the art and how to do business, but then they knocked him for it. They were like, "What the hell is he talking about? Talking about art and all this shit."
On the 444 album.
Exactly.
Yes, the 444. A lot of people say that's one of his worst albums.
I like it.
That album was phenomenal.
I like the album. I enjoy it. I actually still listen to it sometimes.
Bro, now, I'm not going to hold you. I've never bought a Jay-Z album.
No.
I have never bought a Jay-Z album.
I have.
I love what he does. You know what I'm saying? But Jay-Z came in the game sounding like the Fooch niggas. Jiggity J, jiggity A, jiggity.
Oh, no, yeah.
Until he started rapping with guys from Philly. Then his whole swag changed up.
Even on Reasonable Doubt, he was doing it a little bit.
I don't know if I remember.
Not too much though, but every once you would hear the him transitioning to the by volume 2.
Yeah.
He was basically who he is now.
All right, so
As far as delivery and cadence and
I don't mean to get too far off track, right? Nicki Minaj
we did kind of go wrong,
is
but-
a hip hop. Do you consider her hip hop, first of all?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Hip hop, not rap.
Oh, all right. We're gonna.
Yeah, we're going
split
to.
it.
It's
No,
a civil
rap.
war.
Rap.
Nicki Minaj is a rap artist. She's a rapper.
Rap music.
Rap. She makes rap music. When you're
Popular rap
when you're
music.
under contract,
Because she's had some hits that crossed into.
I'm gonna say this much:
Pop.
when you're under contract to make music, you're a rapper because you have to make a company quota.
Yeah. All right. See, but I always classified myself as hip hop music.
You're a hip hop artist because no one is telling you what to make. You can design your own voice. When you're a rap artist, somebody can tell you, nah, I don't want to put that on your album. I don't want that on your album.
Okay. See, that's where I. Now they very well they could have, but
Who could tell you that?
no, I meant if I would have had locked myself into putting out multiple albums with, let's just say, any of them, we would have been fighting back and forth about it. Like I wouldn't have just been like,
So
okay,
you would have
go
gave
cut
pushback.
whatever.
You would have gave pushback.
Right.
So let's just use the Nas Nigga album, for example. He couldn't name it that. He couldn't name it the Nigga album. So I'm trying to think of what did he wind up calling the album? Untitled or something like that. But it's the Nigga album.
Yeah. Is that the one with one mic on it? I forget.
Is one mic on that album? No.
That wasn't that album.
That wasn't that album.
I forget which one was untitled.
That album was a critically acclaimed album, but it got no light. It didn't get, like, to me, it was up there with the 444 album, right? Now, the reason why I bring up Nas, because I want to make a statement about Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj hasn't made an album that has dealt with any social issues ever. Or I don't think she has a record that I have ever heard that has defined a narrative in society.
No.
Would
No,
you agree?
hers are pretty much entertain.
That
bars,
for entertainment purpose
entertainment.
only.
I don't think she's done any kind of political statements. Nothing to fall off the ledge on.
No, you
One
got-
way or the other, liberal or conservative.
but it's the same thing between Biggie and Pac. Pac had
He did,
records that dealt with social issues.
even
Biggie
more
did
so
not.
than Biggie.
Biggie
Usually,
now Big
his was more street
it was like,
story.
and he related to those in the struggle. Like when he said, "I know how it feels to wake up fucked up, pocket broke as hell, I never rocked a cell." He was dealing with a social issue that was unprecedented in the media, right? Because who else could even say something like that? Like Nas could, but you know what? It's kind of like you have to be at the bottom to feel that. You have to be at the bottom to know where Biggie was coming from. So I don't even think Pop could have started a song like that because Pop was well off into his
He did
career
all right.
and
He
successful
was
already.
middle class and
Yeah.
like he was.
Well, I think Pop was higher than middle class
Exactly.
because there's really no middle class anymore.
All right, but I'm talking about that. We're talking about the '90s
Okay.
or '80s, whenever he grew up. Obviously, we're talking. About,
So growing up in the 80s, that definitely wasn't middle class.
no, I think he would have been on the lower end, but they weren't broke. They weren't living.
No, absolutely not. You went to an art school.
I was gonna say he was in art school. He was enrolled in programs and performance programs and all that stuff, and they had to pay for it.
Yeah, there was
Even though
no
his mom was a.
there was no art schools there was art schools in my neighborhood, but there wasn't no chance that we was going to any art school. So we were on the lower end. Pac was probably middle class, like you said. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, Nicki Minaj came up, I'ma say middle class.
Probably because she's from
Is she from the Bronx or
Bronx. But what island is she from originally? Before they
she's
moved?
Trini.
Okay.
She's Trini, I believe. But I don't know what her.
She grew up basically from a kid. in New York. So we'll just say that.
Facts. At the same time, I think that a lot of rap artists, I don't think you could be actually, I don't know any rap artists in the industry that actually came up out of the gutter other than KRS-One, who was homeless at one point.
I'm sure there's other artists.
Like, if you can think of someone.
Well, yeah, even Jay-Z was from the projects.
Jay-Z was from the projects, but he was getting to $1.
I mean, they still had a roof over that. All right, so
yeah, he got to $1. Like Bleak always talked about how lavish Jay-Z's bedroom was in the projects. You didn't even know you was in the projects when you walked into the room, right? So he got to it, regardless of how he got to $1. Like, in my opinion, I'm saying when you from the bottom, but without being financially literate, know how to get to some money to make your situation more comfortable, right? A lot of us, I'm not talking about having lemonade stands.
yeah,
I'm talking about having to get out here, boots to the concrete, and be out before the sun up. You know what I'm saying? To catch the fiends or whatever. If you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah.
I don't think Nicki ever had to experience anything like that.
No, you probably. I mean, and if she did, she don't say it. So we wouldn't
No.
know, right?
No.
But how do you feel about her? If it is a change of stance, because they say she didn't always feel this way.
Well, she really didn't voice her
That's what
stance.
I. That's what my thing. I was like, how would you know? I never heard her say a thing about politics. So how do you know she was?
Well,
super liberal or
somebody said
conservative?
something. There was a clip of her saying something in regards to on Trump's defense.
in the before this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I didn't see that clip, so. But
Where she didn't make it clear where she stood in this clip, right? But she was saying she was defending Trump's politics.
all right.
So I think that's where. And was Kirk a Trump fan or no? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was a Trump supporter, right?
He was a Trump supporter. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the entire hip hop community was Trump supporters.
They were at one point. Everyone. Until he ran for president, and I feel like the left hammered it in that they have to
And that's how
not
they
like him.
demoralized him
And I
and
feel
made
like-
him seem like the bad guy. Like, no question, he's an asshole.
Oh no, yeah.
That's
Like I wouldn't invite him over for Sunday dinner and shit.
right. There's no question that Trump is an asshole.
Now, do
And-
I agree with some of the stuff he's doing? Of course. And I don't see how. I think that a lot of the people that are pushing back
Mhm.
do also, but they just can't say it
Why?
because they've already gone off the fucking ledge. You know,
In the other direction.
going hard against them. That like, how would it look now if they turn just like they're criticizing Nicki?
So, and that's why I think Puff is.
But everybody
Puff is
wants
down.
the streets safe. Everybody wants, you know.
Here's my take on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Is there black on black crime?
Of
Absolutely.
course, there's white on white crime too, but there's black on black crime.
The white on white crime, though, right? That does not get talked about. I'm talking, and it's bigger money. It's bigger money when you're talking about insurance policies, when you're talking about giving women C-sections for $8,000 more for a child delivery, right? Or things like it's not talked about because there's so much more money. When I think about crimes in the hood, it's pennies. It's pennies. Now I've been in corporate America. I've seen the checks. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about
Insurance
these
scams,
when we talk
robbing people's life into it.
Yes.
Like it's just, yeah, it's a,
elderly abuse,
that shit is, yeah, and that's vicious.
that is vicious. I'm talking about knowing your parents are going to get this huge insurance check and you put them in this nursing home and let them sit there and rot until you can collect the bread. you know, and the thing, I think Simba has said this about the Black communities. We put the knowledge in the nursing homes. Like those kids are supposed to be near those older folks so they can give them the game, so that they can move properly.
That's how you pass on the knowledge.
That's how you pass on the knowledge.
School is great.
You don't
get the most from like experience
elderly
and passed on from somebody who has gone through it.
Has been through it, has lived through it. And you know, so recently my homegirl Nina,
I always tell my son,
you seen the interview with Nina on the Untold?
No.
Who runs that anyway? Who does that interview, Untold interviews?
I'm not sure.
Me neither. So Nina spoke about interracial relationships.
Okay.
What's your take on interracial relationships?
I don't see anything wrong. I don't. So Dr. Umar drives me crazy with that shit.
Let me tell you something.
He really does.
Let me tell you something.
Because I've dated Black women, Spanish women, Italian women, white women, German women. I mean,
bro, I'm international.
It's whatever.
I'm international, like Filipino, Asian,
whoever I build a connection with,
Italian.
I don't see anything wrong.
So here's my thing, right? You're religious because a lot of these whatever Pan-Africanism is. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know what the true definition of it is. Dr. Umar kills me with his snow bunny jumping. And
what the fuck is Pan-Africanism? Because
is it a way for him to say
the name Africa comes from Cyprius Africanus, who was European and conquered Africa and renamed it from Kemet to Africa.
Yeah.
So what is so you taking on? Even Europe was named after a Black woman, which is Europa, right? So what are we really talking about in regards to?
So is it
the color of a container, or is it the content that matters? So when you take a stance like that, in my opinion, right, I would never tell somebody don't go here and don't do this, regardless of what the ancestral history is, right? Because I'm not excusing anything that happened over those 400 years, right?
Nah.
But our history goes back further than that. And if that's where you want to start your history from, then you are at a serious loss.
Because there's been slavery since the Viking days, since the Africa. I mean, there's so many different.
Not even just slavery. I'm talking about genetic mapping, right?
Yeah,
so having a non-series DNA, which I have a non-series DNA, when most beings on this planet only have 6, is the highest.
Okay.
Right. So
I'm not familiar with that exactly. Like what?
It goes deeper than what you can see on the outside, right? When we're talking about DNA mapping, the chances of being genius, right? This is why the pyramids, how they was built, haven't been figured out yet.
I still have no clue.
No one does.
I think about that shit all the time. Like, how? If they can't do this shit
and
now,
they're aligned with stars.
How could they do it then? If we can't still figure it,
because the genetic mapping that allows genius, right?
Yeah.
It is more probability in a melanated being to be genius, right? You have your Kanye's. Don't get me wrong, because you also have your musical genius on either side, right? Your Dolly Partons, your writers, right? And things of this nature. Like, so when it comes to being genius, it's just the probability is higher.
All right.
Right? So it doesn't take away from, the possibility of having Caucasian genius. Yeah. So you don't lower your chances by being in an interracial relationship.
Okay, so now
to produce a genius.
All right. Yeah, I don't even think that's what Umar specifically when it comes to the Pan-African.
No, he's talking about
He's
bloodline.
specifically talking about bloodline and pure.
Yeah, but isn't that the same thing? What do they call? And why can I think of the name? In jail, the white group of people in jail. not skinheads.
That's like the derogatory.
Yeah, that's the derogatory way
The
to mention
nickname.
it. Oh my God, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Anyway,
I was just gonna Google it real quick. If we could pause this part.
no.
Nation,
Yeah, it's something Aryan.
Aryan Brotherhood.
Aryan Brotherhood, right? That's the same philosophy they had. Dr. Umar
Which is fucking
implementing
wrong.
the same idea, and they say a lot of black slang is white slang in reverse. That's what they say.
That's funny as shit.
If you say all right, you say all right. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Alright.
shortening white slang, shortening white language makes it black slang. And it's like Dr. Umar is doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's like reverse.
And then you use words that melanated people don't know and it sounds smarter. Come on, bro. I'm not beat.
And he talks quick and talks loud.
I'm not beat. I'm not beat at all. Like you can't be slick to a pipeline.
Yeah, no.
You understand what I'm saying? So to take the stance of, not being okay with interracial relationships, I don't care what. When melanated people can define their nationality, then we can have that discussion.
Yeah.
Until then,
And they probably
copying
have a
off
mixture of stuff in them too. Might not even know it.
maybe, but
Just
I don't suggest doing the 21andMe.
No, because then they got you on file.
Right,
so-
I don't suggest none of that.
If you don't know, you don't know.
But if you do, right, like, my mom was black, my dad was black as shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, my thing is this: the content of a person's being will tell you what you need to know. Like, Rag is my man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro,
Yes, sir.
this is my man right here. And Dr. Umar, I can't nobody else tell me anything about this guy. I've been in the trenches with him. I've seen how he operate. I've seen how he move. I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the end of it. Ain't never did no snake shit. Now, have I dealt with people of the other persuasion that did snake shit? Absolutely. Am I going to project that onto my man? Absolutely not.
That's an individual act. Because I've dealt with multiple colors or races or
Right.
ages
That
that
did some
have
snake shit.
did some goofy shit or
I'm
did
not
some
going to
slimy
project
shit.
that onto
So it's all
individual.
individual
Everybody
person.
is individual. And people's opinion are individual as well. Dr. Umar, put a fucking sock in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your opinion. You live like that. You live that way. Your daughter don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Still waiting
me,
for him to open his school.
I'm not even going to talk about your
Nah.
money don't matter, right? The money, whether you get the money for the school or you do the school or whatever you do, that don't matter to me. What matters to me is the bullshit you're spewing out of your mouth to the people, trying to get them to follow you somewhere,
Yeah.
right? Even Dr. King came to the realization that he was leading his people into a burning building, right? And that was just because of the politics. Like, every great regime comes to an end. And the dollar is imploding, and the bedrock underneath of the nation is eroding.
It's slipping.
It's right. So it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end, and there's going to be chaos. There is going to be chaos out here. And making it worse is not making it better.
Yeah. And trying to separate people.
Trying to separate people is not, people are going to need each other, right? If you got a lawn and you ain't growing food on it, you ain't that rich.
No. And you're going to need somebody else.
If
who can
you
help
got
out
a
with
lawn in front of your house, right? Because this is what those are for. It's a showboating tactic, right? If you got a loan and you're not growing food, it's because you're saying that you're rich enough that you don't need to grow your own food, right? But if you have a lawn, you're supposed to be growing your own food on it. And we're supposed to be trading those vegetables and fruits and things of that nature. And the color of the container of a person is not going to matter when it comes down to that.
No.
When we get back to that,
You need that apple. Do you give a shit who you're buying it from?
not, and this
Or
right
who you're
here,
trading it with?
this right here is not going to matter no more. When that don't matter no more, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't no gold backing it, right? If they don't get the oil, then
It's in
what's
debt.
backing it?
No.
What's backing it? It's just a piece of paper. They can create a bond, send it to the treasury, and create more money at any given second. Those stem checks.
Yeah, they coming?
No, they came.
Oh, that
And Trump signed them.
I'm saying, you think more coming?
For what?
They said that there's more coming for that. The money that we've managed to save.
Bro, the deficit
all
is
the bullshit.
doing nothing but getting bigger. No.
But he did sign it. The stimulus checks came a
Yeah.
couple times.
Yeah, but people thought that it's called a stimulus check. It wasn't for you.
It was basically to stimulate the economy.
Right.
They knew you were going to spend it.
Exactly.
I'd say 90% of the people spent it. Maybe 10% actually invested it and turned it into something.
Maybe even less than that.
Maybe less.
Maybe it was
they knew
probably
at
less than that.
least 90. We're going to put it right
Was
back
gonna
in the
take
economy,
that check.
which will then be taxed, which they will then spend it again. So it basically ends up going back to the government anyway.
That is the destination of every
Which is
last
fine.
one of these. Right?
Which
No
is
matter
fine.
how long you hold on to it, no matter how you invest it, it always returns home. It's going to return home to where it was created. That's the whole purpose of
It's
it.
just like playing in the house against
Here,
the casino.
this is your Neo right here. Right?
It all goes back to the house, man.
It all goes back to the house. So, let's see here. In conclusion, Nicki Minaj to me is a whole bozo. She's been a bozo though. Like
Yeah, I
she's
don't
been a
think
clown.
entertainers, people take too much stock
She's been a
into
clown.
people like me and you, or
And-
Nicki Minaj, or
Yes.
or Bruce Willis, or fucking Tom Hanks, giving their opinion on politics
Money-
and making them go one way or the other. When it doesn't matter. They're living behind gate. They're living different.
In gated communities.
They're living different.
Yes.
Even with the illegal alien thing, they're not
Yeah, I
in
mean,
their backyard. So what
no.
do they care if they're flooding your street? That's why they don't care. They're pushing their agenda because it suits them, and they're in cahoots.
so it's about
So it doesn't
about
really
control,
matter.
right?
It's about control.
It's about control.
And they don't have control over Trump, and that's why they can't stand him.
And that's the issue right there, right?
But,
when the control is when there's lack of control, this is why the same thing with artists. Labels are not going to let you go out here without being able to control you.
No, listen, I've done the A&R thing and the idea is to
Control the
you
artist.
can basically control the artist, but you help develop them, and you basically create and mold them into what you think is going to work, and then you help direct their album. And
You know what? I
pick
look
and
at
choose
I look
what
at my
songs are
relationships
going
that way.
on.
When I get into a relationship with a woman, I have to develop her into the artist, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't come developed.
I'm sure they do the same shit with us, though.
Yeah, but
Well, they try to.
They can't because, and this is what I asked
Generally
them.
don't change.
Like I had an interview with a woman in here the other day, right? And it was a random woman, and I asked her, what was the creator's intention for making a woman? Why was a woman made?
Shit, then they could do that for us too.
Do
Why were we created?
to tend the garden?
Fight,
No.
protect.
No. We don't. No. We don't have to protect nothing. That's the creator's job. We don't have to protect anything. The creator will protect. The creator will provide. Right. The only thing we were told to do was tend to the garden.
Plant seeds.
That's it. Tend to the garden. Now. So that was our mission. Then what was the mission or the purpose that women were made for?
You'll get me in trouble for answering this shit. But
Don't
initially-
answer. I'll tell you.
Go ahead. I'll let
God
you go.
saw that man should not be alone. Companionship.
And to grow the seeds
No.
that are planted. Well, yeah, I mean,
No. The whole purpose, right, is to be a helpmate, to help tend the garden.
Okay.
And that's how we,
that is definitely a different way of looking at it.
Right, you were made to help. Man wasn't made to help you. You was made to help man. So we have to give you the instructions on the help that we need. And it's totally, think about it. Everything in this dimension is reversed.
With the feminism movement and all that.
So who's in control? The opposition. The lower self. Not the higher self.
Do you think most women want it? Like
the women women were easily accessible by lower self. And that's why they chose to eat that fruit. And that's just a metaphor and representation, right? There was no actual fruit or anything, but that was a metaphor of being tempted by your lower self, right? The battle is inside of you, not outside of you. And this is what
that's how you feel about it, right?
No, it's not. Feelings are temporary.
You feel, yeah.
So I don't navigate off of feeling, right? So I get the feeling. It tells me, what the energy around me is. So once I evaluate the emotion and understand the energy around me, then I use logic to dictate how I'm going to respond or act. Right? If there's danger, if there's a threat, right? Yeah. But emotions are temporary. You will never feel one emotion forever.
No. And if that's the case, then they've been calling everybody bipolar.
So to make
because everybody you don't feel the same way every day.
No,
right?
to make a life decision based off of an emotion is absolutely insane. So women that get divorced because they're not happy.
We react with logic and evaluation, where they may react emotion reactionary.
So when you can regulate your emotion, right?
And not saying anything's wrong with that. Just point out.
No, I will say something's wrong with it. There's something wrong with it when you react and respond emotionally. Like if you shoot somebody in the face for stepping on your shoe, that's an emotional reaction.
That's an emotional reaction. There was no thought.
Right.
That's what the consequence is going to be.
That's a lifetime decision based off a temporary emotion.
Yes.
That is insane.
Well, yeah, now that insanity. That is insane.
That is the literal definition.
I've always been more calculated. I think things through. Like I won't react. And maybe as a younger person,
when we were younger,
a lot more than. But now I think things through.
Who raised you?
My mom.
Okay.
And because my parents were divorced.
So I'm not going to hold
from when I was 6. So
at 9 years old, I relieved my mother of her parental duty. You can't be the leader.
Yeah.
Because where you took us from and took us to does not seem rational.
Yeah. No. So there was a certain point. I think like anybody, where our rules changed. At a certain point, I started taking care of my mother.
Which you were not obligated to do.
No.
My really children are not obligated to do anything for me. I summoned you, right? And you can't hit me with that. I didn't ask to be here. A lot of children that hit their parents with
that's the guilt trip shit.
I didn't ask to
be
here.
I didn't ask to do this.
Right?
It's so inconvenient.
Well, I performed the ritual that summoned you, but you chose the path.
Yeah.
Whether you existed in that moment or not, because to be in existence means that you cannot never not exist. No. So you had already existed, right? And I know a lot of this is going to go, a lot of people's heads going to make a lot of questions, and people are probably going to be in the comment talking about I'm talking crazy, this, that, and the third. But to be in existence, there's people that will never exist, and their existence is to end up in a sock or somebody's back or in a butthole or a stain on a sheet. And that's going to be their outcome every time.
Yeah.
The
life pull-out method.
Right. That is going to be their outcome every time. My outcome is to exist. I will win every single time. Yeah. I will never not win. Rag will never not win. He's here. I'm here. We winning.
I refuse to give up. I've been
anybody that ended up a stain on the sheet, they didn't win. Anybody that got swallowed, they didn't win.
They didn't win.
That's not. So I guess
you end up coming out on the bottom.
Listen, we on top though. We here. We exist. So even the children, right, that exist, that's all my pop had to do for me was bust a nut in the right place. You don't owe me nothing else.
Took the right path.
You don't owe me nothing else. Get me here and I will take care of everything else. That's it. Get me here, right, in this three-dimensional existence, I'll take care of the rest. That's my philosophy. It might not apply to a gang of other people.
Yeah. Everybody's going to have a different view on that.
Everybody's going to have a different view, and whatever gets you through.
And everybody's family dynamic is different.
More power to you.
You know, they might rely on my kids better take care of me when I get old.
Yeah, I'm not. My kids are not my golden ticket.
And it's like, nah, if he wants to, he wants to. If not, as long as he is better than what I was,
that's it.
I did my job.
That's it. And if your kids have stopped talking to you,
then you did something wrong.
No, or you did your job.
Or you pushed them hard enough.
Or if they don't need you, if they don't need your guidance, they don't need your advice, they don't need your provision.
From that aspect, okay, yeah.
You either did your job, right? Because for one, you want them to be better than you, and even if you are a energy that they don't want to be around no more, you still served your purpose. You still served your purpose. So
you did your job.
You did your job.
Yeah, you want your kids to be around, and
do you?
I mean, I do. I do. Like I want to get to the path where once I'm done teaching him and getting him to where he needs to be.
And then what?
Then
he's going to waste his time.
No. Then he does his own thing and.
Right, but you want him to come around every now and then.
No. Then we have a relationship as like I'm still the father. You can ask me. I still teach you and guide you because I always have more than
you want to know what I told my son.
But then we can have a more friendly relationship where I'm not up his ass and nagging him, and then the relationship changes a little bit.
So this is what I told my son.
You know what I mean?
When you kill the idea of having a father, you become a man. Your father don't have to literally die, but the idea of having a father in your head does. There is no man that's coming to save you. You don't become a man until the idea of having a father is dead. Again, my opinion.
Say, not
I don't have a man that I can call to come save me.
Well, no, I don't either. Mine's dead. So
even before this.
So before then I could.
Yeah, no.
Like I could always reach out. Now I was young. My dad died when I was 20.
I was 16.
But yeah, up until that point, okay, within reason, because with the whole, I'm talking about as the age where like his guidance and teachings helped.
All right, so let me give you an example.
But I would reach out to him, and he was there when I needed him to be.
About 8 years ago, my son called me after making a decision that I told him not to make and moving in a crib with a woman and her mom, right? And the finances got shady.
You're already at a disadvantage there.
You're already at a disadvantage. I told him don't do it.
Because now you're not mooch, but living off of.
Well, he was paying for everything.
Living off of somebody.
Well,
even if.
So he paid for
like
whatever.
Scenario.
No, the scenario was bad. I told him not to do it. So then things got messed up. You backed up in the money or whatever, and you had to get out of the crib, and you ain't got nowhere to live.
That's the other side I was going to say.
So now
it's basically like you're just throwing your money away.
So that's
you're
what he
paying
did.
for shit that's not yours.
And
in the long run, there's no investment there's no return.
And that's what he did, right? So now,
so when they boot you,
I have to get you somewhere to live. So you come live with me for 5 years, right?
Did you welcome him in? No problem.
Absolutely. I went and got us a 2-bedroom apartment. Even bought him a recording studio. You know what I'm saying? So he can have the same.
And how old was he at that point?
He was in his 20s.
Okay. So you would still be there to.
Right. I'm still going to be.
That's what I meant by that.
But in his mind, right?
He had you to reach back on. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Of course, and you always will.
Right.
But in your mind, you have to move with the idea of not having that.
Oh yeah.
It's
because
not
there
there.
will come a time when you
That
don't have
and
somebody
that's-
to reach out to for help.
And
like
that's
me right now.
what a father's
If
job.
I fall apart, I'm on my own. I don't have anybody.
There's no safety net.
I could go stay at, or
Bro.
I'm on my own.
Bro,
If I ever fell apart,
that's what being a man is. There's no, you walk that high wire with no net. We on that high wire with no net.
yeah. That's why it's like I can't.
I have never been on government assistance. I have never been on any type of welfare. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No.
I depend on me. And that's what it is. But to sum this up and bring this to a close, Nicki Minaj,
Do I? Okay, so here's my. I don't have a problem that she did it.
okay.
My problem would be if she flopped all of a sudden and it's for gain. Like if she's doing it because of her situation, or if she's
Well,
thinking she's gonna get help. But if she was
into politics,
if she was
gay.
if she was always a conservative and just kept quiet about it, and finally said, "Fuck it, you know what? I'm gonna speak out." That's okay to me. If she was always, I'm saying.
So
She should have done it
we
sooner.
don't know.
It should have always been a supporter, but we don't know.
We
I
don't know.
And that's why I can't criticize her for doing it. Because I don't know. Maybe she was always that way and was just scared to say something. And then she finally was like, fuck it.
So
you know what?
Let's not speculate.
Because I don't know.
Let's not speculate. We don't know if she was scared. We don't know if she wanted to keep it a secret. We don't know if she wanted to use this moment for any type of gain. We don't know what her motives are. We don't know what her actual views on either side, right? But who you was with determines, right? You guilty by association.
Yeah. Now, so if she was scared, there's a lot of people in Hollywood
Because of
music,
her celebrity.
because they're afraid that they could be blacklisted, blackballed, taken away from them, and it is, in fairness, their livelihood. But look at people that finally, to this year, have always kept it a secret. You got Sylvester Stallone.
Yo, fire. We on the second floor. Second floor. No. You coming through Macy's and then you're gonna make the right. Coming through Macy's and then come out and make the right. And we're on the second floor next to Victoria's Secret.
You got Stallone, who finally said he's had enough and came out and said, I'm a Trump supporter and a Republican. You have 50 Cent, who finally was like, I'm a Trump supporter. You have Snoop, who was saying he wanted to kill him at one point, who's now supporting this shit he's doing.
So this is all for gain.
You do never know.
This is all for gain. This is all for political gain. Majority of the motives for artists, right, is maybe Nicki Minaj want to pardon for her brother.
And if it's not for that, that's what I meant earlier when I said if she's doing it for something that she's going to need down the line.
Right.
That's, well, for her, it's the right way to go. But to me, that's where it earns the criticism, I think, because if she's just pretending.
Well,
because she does have if you listen to her
the
music, a
world
lot of it is
is a
liberal
stage.
shit. She's
The
never
world
had
is
a
a
problem
stage.
with trans or
we're not.
No, I don't go there.
We're not going to get into it about them people.
No. I leave that shit alone. That ain't for me.
Yeah, that ain't.
It's not for me to talk about.
So this could be the stands that Nicki Minaj took.
And it could be. She maybe she was like, man, fuck this.
So
This shit got too weird out here. And that could be her. Maybe that's her view.
right,
I don't know.
right. It's very weird out
I
here.
know a lot of people got pissed, like Ebro in the morning. A lot of people when she was talking about the Sydney Sweeney jeans ad.
Mhm. I didn't hear that.
Did you ever see the ad?
No.
All right. So I'll have to tell it to you. We can revisit it in depth. But
Okay.
But
Let's go into it.
it was basically a jeans ad that said she was in this outfit with tits showing a little bit and jeans, and she was like, "We have jeans. Sydney Sweeney has good jeans."
No.
They took it as, "Oh, what, black people don't have good jeans?" And they were like, "Well," I was like, "Wait a minute."
So
wait.
they
I mean,
used first of all they used a rapper to make the ad, which makes the whole thing a metaphor.
Because Beyonce had an ad similar with whatever jean company she was promoting. So I think it was just a play on words, and it's like wordplay that hip hop uses it all the time. That's why I don't see why people were so offended.
People
but I can't
are
say you
softer
can't be
than
offended.
baby shit.
Like if you're offended, you're offended. I can't tell you whether to be or not.
Listen, I'm not offended by other people's perspective.
No.
I'm not offended.
Not just because I didn't see it that way doesn't mean other people can't see it that way and feel a certain way. That's why I asked.
I'm gonna go on record and say, in the 20,000s, right? If you are still offended by the word nigga, if that gets under your skin and can trigger you, that's because that's what you are. Because there's Guinea niggas, spit niggas, Korean niggas, Italian niggas. There's plenty niggas. There is plenty niggas. And my name, if nobody knew what it meant, money over niggas trick, all niggas ain't black.
Say it again.
Money over niggas tricks, all niggas ain't black. That's what I've been repping the entire time. My first CD was half black and half white. When the word nigga is used, it could be pertaining to anybody. Who created niggas? You can't create something you're not.
Yeah. That goes for
anybody.
That goes for any race or religion or anything.
Right. Jew niggas, fucking Iranian niggas. There's all kinds of niggas. That's always been my take on it.
And there's always different.
And there's always nigga shit. You know what a doctor's nigga shit? When doctors commit nigga shit, they cut you for the $8,000 to give you a C-section and deliver your baby.
Knowing you don't need it.
No,
and then you end up with fucking back problems, and neck problems.
That's nigga shit. See what I'm saying? Nigga shit ain't just drinking the Kool-Aid out the pitcher.
No, that could have been an Italian doctor that did it.
Yeah. It's nigga shit.
It's a Dago doctor.
Listen, we're going to get out of here. This is my man, jRag. I'm Montana Blak. This has been another episode of Who Got Lyrics. We about to get the Union Cypher League started. My man Fire, he's up in the building. He's about to come through. We're going to see y'all on the flip.
See you next week with some more bullshit.
You already know.
More shit's going to stir the pot. Hit the end button. Hit X. You know, and